Look at that amazing ass of fucking Yoruichi. Oh, I mean, we got a great example right here, right now. Look at that fine piece of fucking specimen right there. Like, going absolutely ballistic and actually adding in some comedy as well into it. Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite Bleach chapters that we've gotten so far this year. So let's just get straight up to it with Urahara arriving to help Yoruichi and injecting something into her ass. Yes, the God of Thunder as well, printed on that nice voluptuous ass like that. And I love that fucking Urahara is just staring at it and he's loving it. He's appreciating the booty like that. He's like, oh, I injected into something. And he's like, what the fuck did you inject into me? Ah, it's a secret! You know what he's injected into right there, everyone out down there. You might think it's medicine and all that, but you know, he wanted to put a little bit of that love juice right into there, right there in those cheeks and all that. I mean, Urahara as one of like the potential like war like powers, like exactly what he is there for. Like he was saying, like Ichigo's there, you know, for his reasons that he's had to resist the Bankai and also as well because he's special. Not to mention as well that you got Kenpachi because he's just fucking strong. You've got like Aizen there for his Ryasa, Ichibei for his wisdom. What do you think he's on there for? Because he's completely shrouded in mystery. Out of everyone that you watch now, he has no idea what this man can do. He knows how smart he is and like what he planned to do. He made fucking Yoruichi like resistant to that whole death dealing that he was dealing with. I was like, oh my god, why are you so fucking badass? And he's like, I've got a plan, Yoruichi. How about we do that? Like that. Let's do it. And it's like, wait, what? Let's do it like that. He's like, nah, not that stuff. She was just saying, I'm not doing that. Like, that's like, I hate doing that. Like, it's undefining of me. And it's like, well, you're gonna do it anyway. And I just love the way that he's fucking showing. He's like, oh, by the way, when I'm pulling out, like, she's going like Shunko and everything on this motherfucker. And definitely on Askin. And then he pulls out a little bit of piece of paper. And he's like, oh, by the way, once I, like, flip this thing over, you're just gonna transform. And you see that badass fucking form that she pulls out there. This fucking Flash God super transformation going in like with a cat, the tail, like the ears, and you know it's resembling, like if people say, like pointing out as well, very resembling of volume 17 from what we've seen of it. And I got to say, it looks badass as fuck. Who the fuck needs a Zanpakuto when you got this slack cool shit like that? I love that she's got the claws and all that, and seeing that now, I want to see what the fuck she can do in this form. Like, it really reminds me as well of kind of like how Suifon is like exactly kind of the same, like it's undignified, like this why she doesn't like using her Bankai a lot of the time, which I do appreciate that. It's like, oh, that kind of like, she has the kind of little same quirk as well. Oh, I don't like kind of going at this, I feel like, feel like an animal, it feels like undignified. Like with like Suifon, it's like, no, it's just because it's unclassy of someone to be of the stealth force to be using such a weapon like this caliber. And it feels the same, honestly, and I've got to say, as much as negative I normally come into with these, like, Bleach reviews and all that, this is probably one of my favorite ones I've talked about in a very long while, because of just how enjoyable it was. It had great comedy in it, had some great action, and it focused on characters that I really enjoy and like, and they really did them well. I didn't try to pull no bullshit with them, and I really enjoyed that, and Yoruichi's going to be hype as fuck, and it shows a little bit more of the mysteries with, like, whole thing with Urahara, because, like, what the fuck can this guy do? Like, and he's not even going out, he's just, like, helping Yoruichi, like, fuck up this Asking guy, so there's a lot we need to know about him, so hopefully we'll get an explanation. Really, I want to know soon if we're going to get more about, like, Yoruichi and a bit of Urahara together, and a little bit more about him, but overall, really hype chapter, 8.5 out of 10, probably one of my favorite chapters of Bleach so far we've read this year. Really hype, I cannot wait for more, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below about that wonderful ass. But that's all for me, so I will catch you guys next time.